Is that working? Let's see. I'm just listening back to the stream. Ah, yes, there we go. So, sorry about that. So on that 12 we finally have audio. So yeah, as I was saying before anyone could hear me, I'm really not sure why Tony and Ryan asked about on the mediums. So these two, I imagine, will be having to pit in the next 3 or 4 laps. For the hards, I'm pretty sure they'll go on to the end. So this does open the door, I think, to Gareth. But I think Ryan Berry has thrown something away here as Newgarden gets past Ryan, but he's going to have to give the position back because the overtake was before the start finish line, which is when you are allowed to overtake. Ryan Berry getting straight to work on his soft tyres. But these two, side by side, they avoid contact, so decent driving from the two, nice and clean. Speed Quinn on the hards, looking for an opportunity to get himself up into a podium position. Newgarden holding Ryan up by the look of it. This is letting Tony get away. 2 seconds nearly is the gap, so McLaren still looking in a very good position. But he's not out of the woods yet because he does still need to pit. Ryan Berry will be the one eager though. Goes deep, so does lose a little bit of time. That's going to not allow him to overtake Y Racer on this straight. So he's going to have to hold position for a little bit longer and lose more time. His tyres will die very quickly, so not a lot he can do, to be honest. Look at the speed difference through there. So much more grip and confidence available to Ryan. But just no way past. Meanwhile, what do we have going on further down? Lyle, who was looking in a very good position for the first 10 laps until making that mistake on the restart, as we have yellows in set 3. That is Lee, who has spun, but Y Racer and Ryan Berry side by side coming down the main straight. Ryan Berry needs to get this overtake to salvage anything from this race. He needs to get clean air and utilise these soft tyres, sorry. And he does get the move done, so his eyes will now be set onto Quinn. Still no DRS available just yet. It will be at the end of this lap. There's Ryan Berry's DRS light is flashing, so the McLaren is chugging through batteries like a torch. But still making good progress as we have an overtake, the battle between the AlphaTauri and the Haas. George and Mike, all very close coming into the beginning of set 2, but Mike is able to maintain the position. Now that puts George under pressure from N89. I don't think he's going to have to worry too much though, as he does have the DRS from Mike in a lap's time, or less than a lap's time now, half a lap. Back towards the front, Y Racer still applying pressure to Ryan Berry. That McLaren will be at a disadvantage down the straight with his lack of battery, so that could affect him going forwards to Quinn, Ryan and the front two. But Tony, walking the park so far for him. I expect to see him in pretty soon, this lap or next lap maybe. For some hard tyres, the white wall will be very cold on exit, so he does have to be careful. Let's have a look. He's going to stay out, so interesting strategy. What's Ryan going to do? He's going to stay out as well. So I'm not too sure what these front 3, to be honest, are doing, because I'm going to have to pit again. I don't think Quinn will get to the end, so I think Ryan Berry won't either. So I think the first person that can get to the end of this race is Acorn, all the way down in 8th. We see a battle there through turn 1. It's a nice switchback through turn 2 from George, and another switchback, the switchback. What a great move. Wow, look at that, the DRS really proving its worth as it launches the Haas past the AlphaTauri and George into the top 10. As Lyo gets past N89, who has unfortunately had a spin, and I think Ryan Berry, so the soft tyres are really not paying dividends to these people who are using them, because most of the spinners we've seen have been on the softs and it's just not working. I think they're overheating, which is very easy to do on this game. on its current state. So clearly soft's not the way to go. It was medium hard or hard medium. And that's the strat being pulled off by very many at the minute. N89, another spin. As in fact, Quinn. Where's Quinn? Quinn is backwards. Oh, devastation for the Mercedes. He's going to be in 12th. And that is probably going to ruin his tyres as well. So another pit stop on the horizon for the Mercedes in the near future, I imagine, as Lee has spun again on the softs of the softs. Really not working for these F2 drivers. Acorn, on the other hand, on his relatively fresh hard compound tyres compared to the rest, he is making beautiful progress in the top 6. As we have 2x2, Noah would be proud. Was it to lunge from the Haas to keep himself within a fighting chance of this top 8? He's still just about there, but he gets squeezed by the AlphaTauri. Oh, and his contact! Very, very close to a big accident there, but I think he's still on the inside. He's going to go for it. He's not quite going to be able to keep himself on the inside, but will he get the good exit? No, he's not in live. He's going to apply pressure now, but oh my. The Haas keeps the position, at least the top 9. But he gets loose on the exit. Nearly. This war, the Haas of George is all over the place at the minute. He really does need to maybe take a breather and accept he's lost those positions. A nice deep breath, maybe listen to a Bob Ross painting video and calm down on his medium tyres that will be getting a bit worn now. 9 laps old, that is quite old for the Bahrain circuit. Ryan Berry, on the other hand, he's not doing too bad, but I feel like this was a race thrown away from the McLaren driver. Such a good start on the hards. As we'll go to the front because there is DRS at play with Newgarden and Ryan have managed to gap Y-Race on the hards. So we'll see the rear wing open there on the Red Bull as he will close up to the McLaren. Not within passing range, but definitely will start to make Tony think. Ryan also letting Newgarden know he's there, but with Newgarden having the DRS, he will have to push a bit harder to stay within that crucial 1 second window. George picking up a penalty. I'm not sure if that is, I'm pretty sure that is his second penalty at least, and things go from bad to worse for the Haas driver as he does get overtaken by Lyle, but he does come back. A little bit of wheel banging. This is bump cars. We're at Butlins, but Lyle keeps his overtake successful, as you see there in the background, the softs throwing a paddy like a toddler. Ryan Berry, such a shame, as Quinn now gets past, but Lee showing what the softs can be capable of, setting the fastest lap of 32.6, a very competitive lap considering these cars will still have nearly half a tank of fuel on board. But back towards the front as Tony is putting in an absolute shift on 16 lap old mediums. He's got to be pitted soon. I don't know, he can't go soft. Softs, as we've seen from multiple drivers, softs are not the way to go. They just die and overheat and cause all sorts of problems for their users, but they're staying out. Surely they can't be going hards. Why would you stay out this long on the mediums for hards? They must be trying to go softs. I don't understand. As we see Acorn trying to make the move on Kev, successfully around the outside for the Alpine driver. He's making progress. I think he's in the best position right now to win this race, is Acorn. As Kev, things are really unravelling for the Ferrari, falling from 5th at the start of the lap down to 7th. Although he does have a bit of a gap behind, so I don't think he's under any pressure from Mike. George coming back at Lyo. The Haas will not just sit down and take it. He will fight for his positions, but Lyo was all over his rear wing. He might look for the dive down the inside. No, he decides to be a little bit cautious. Live to fight another day with the Haas driver. As we come through the trickiest braking zone on the track, the double left, Lyo will have the DRS down the main straight. But no, not quite close enough. As you see the light flashing, that shows low on ERS. So not a lot of battery for Lyo. He will have to conserve. So that is good for George. But back to the front, Tony, only a 4.5 tenth gap. Could we see an overtake for the lead? Tony's led from the start. He's had no pressure all race, but Newgarden wants to change that. He wants to rewrite the script of this Bahrain Grand Prix. But look at this straight on speed of that McLaren, considering he has no DRS. Very quick on the straight as Mike and Kev. Oh, sorry, Kev is pitting actually. Well, this should be the medium compound for the Ferrari. It is. So Kev onto the mediums, back towards the front. I don't think there will be any moves. Everyone's close, but not close enough for any overtakes to be happening. Gareth, meanwhile, also similar story, not quite close enough. Lyo, I think, yeah, Lyo's had an off. Lyo has had an off. So that battle with George that was building for 2 or 3 laps has reached boiling point. I'm not sure what's happened, whether there's been contact between the Aston and the Haas, or Lyo has just maybe succumbed to the pressure. But anyway, now he finds himself behind Quinn, who's on 14 lap odd hard, I imagine going to the end. So the battle at the front gets ever closer. I think Newgarden will be close enough to go for something into turn 1. But no, he decides to pit. He decides to peel off into the pit lane. That releases Ryan into P2. Gives Tony another lap of breathing space. What will Newgarden go on to? He says, I don't agree with this. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm very happy to be proven wrong from the Red Bull. So I imagine that is what these other front 3 will be doing, is going on to the softs. Also, there's Y-Racer and Ryan getting very close to each other. These mediums must be absolutely shot. So side by side, coming down into the double left. Will he try and go around the outside? No, not even looking for the switchback. Just going to sit there and wait for his moment. And Tony back out of the DRS. Going down the inside. His Y-Racer going to get on the brakes later and make the move stick. So could Y-Racer maybe try and go to the end? I mean, if they've made mediums go pretty much 20 laps, surely the hards can go. What would he need? He would need 25 laps from these hards, which could be possible. So Y-Racer could pull an unlikely strategy and actually be in for winning this race. Tony, I imagine we will be seeing peeling off to the right hand side as we see it. Will he? Yep. What about Ryan? Ryan doing the same. Any cars behind? Will Mike and George follow suit? Let's have a look. Mike doesn't. What about George? No. So will it be soft for both these two? It will be. I'm going to take a quick sip of my drink because my throat is dry. So yeah, where will these two come out in comparison to Newgarden? It's going to be behind, I believe. Where is Tony? Tony not quite able to keep his lead over Newgarden, so he will have to overtake him at some point. The other yellow is a 2. Oh! Wait, never mind, it was Lee. I thought one of the leaders crashed. Could this bring up a safety car? It does. So, this has changed the race completely. Surely the top 7 will all pit. And pit for the soft tyres. Let's have a look. This is awful for Newgarden, Tony and Ryan. Unlucky. Pit just at the wrong time, and Lee the Reaper has really handed a lifeline to the top 7. So let's go on board with Y-Racer and see what is he going to do. Surely he pits. I was talking about the late safety car during quali, but obviously no one heard what I was saying. Such everyone pitting. I imagine. Let's have a look at penalties because penalties can be crucial. Y-Racer has a stop go. He has a stop go as the Red Bull, so could he lose position for the net lead to Gareth? Let's have a look. I think, yeah, he's gone. He's vanished. Harry Potter's had his way with him. Where is he? Gareth is actually ahead, and Acorn's jumped him as well, so Y-Racer dropping from first to third because of that penalty. In fact, Newgarden, wow. Newgarden's managed to keep the lead. Nice. It's amazing. I did not expect that. As Mike on the 4 stop is in P7. What an incredible strap. Acorn, the non-pitter. Surely that's wrong. Did Acorn not just pit? No, I might be blind. Acorn in P5 on 10 lap old mediums. I really thought Acorn pit just then, but he's going to be the odd one out on medium tyres and old mediums at that, so expect him to be swallowed by the pack. But anyway, Burt Mylander leading this F2 field around the Bahrain International Circuit with only 7 laps left. Who can come out on top and claim the 25 points for themselves? So it'll be N89 who's at the back, so it'll be them we're waiting for to catch up. Ryan Berry as well, the man who had such a good start, down in P12, what can he do in these last few laps and to try and claw his way back through the field to get a decent haul of points at least? You want some points from this. There's Ryan Berry, but I think these three have been the class of the field so far. Newgarden, Gareth Antoni, and Lyle as well. You know, he had that pace early on and he made that mistake on the restart which dropped him to the back pretty much, and he's just been trying to work his way through the field ever since. Could this safety car allow him to close that gap and prove the pace that he has? As Lee leaves first, it'll be Ryan Berry pitting for what reason I'm not sure. For fresh softs? He's going to lose position to N89, so he's going to go mediums. He's going to change strategy to 3 lap old mediums, so pretty much fresh. I like this strat because I'm not a fan of the soft tyres, so he will be hoping that these tyres for pretty much everyone else bar Acorn will die and overheat under the Bahraini, well, not the sun because the sun isn't out, but the moon, the Bahraini moon. So it's up to Ryan Berry now to catch up to the back of the pack so we can go in on the next lap. That will be in his best interest because he wants as many racing laps as possible for these guys to burn out their tyres. It won't take very long for it to happen, so if Ryan can catch up to the back this lap, I would say it's looking quite good for the McLaren driver. But the more laps behind the safety car, the tide is turning towards all the drivers bar Acorn and Ryan Berry. But even Acorn isn't in the best position. 11 lap old mediums. That's definitely not ideal. It's going to be close whether Ryan can catch up. I don't think he's going to do it. I think we're going to have one more lap on the safety car. Oh no, the lights are still on, so the safety car is staying out as it stands. Will the lights go off? Yeah, the lights go off, so the safety car in this lap. It's up to Newgarden to control the pace of the field for the restart. He's weaving to get temp in the tyres. Not that he really needs to do that because the temp will skyrocket. Those softs are moody. out the final corner. When's he decided to go? He decided to go now. He's gone quite early. Oh no, he's had to brake. Oh, that could maybe be a penalty. You're not allowed to go and then stop. But Gareth is close with Tony as well. This could be a 3 wide moment down to turn 1 for the race win here in F2. Oh. They're side by side. Newgarden manages to hold the outside line and keep position as we have a Red Bull spinning. That's Y Racer on his fresh softs, spinning round. Newgarden keeps the lead. Gareth in P2, Tony in P3. Ryan and Acorn battling for P4. The two Alpines, Ryan manages to get up into P4, Acorn in P5 with a penalty. That's going to really cost him at the end. Mike going to be looking to get past the medium runner. Don't want to be stuck behind that on the slower compound while you are on fresh soft. You really want to make use of that right now. As you have George going down the inside of Mike. What can the AlphaTauri driver do to defend his P6 position? He manages to get a good run and keep it. But I heard a bit of contact there. Oh, Mike loses the rear a little bit. Maybe that was due to contact, but George is still behind. And that opens the door for Quinn and Lyo. Lyo, after Mike getting pushed right to the edge of the circuit by the Mercedes driver. And in the end, the rough nature of that defence ends up paying good as we have a yellow. It's for Y Racer again. So once the softs decide they don't want to play ball, you may as well bin them. They did not enjoy being pushed to the limit. Do the Red Bull tyres. Here comes Gareth though. We've seen he has incredible straight line speed earlier on in the race. Newgarden not burning the RS, neither is Gareth. What about Tony? No. Everyone kind of holding positions. Maybe just going to try and conserve these tyres to the end and then battle on the last lap or two. It's Lyo and Quinn again. But, getting very close. These two need to be careful. They want to make sure they both get points. Although I imagine they would, because Y Racer is far behind, nearly 10 seconds off the back of Ryan Berry, who is on those mediums and currently sat at the back of this train. So it's the top 4 who are trying to pull away from Acorn, who's on the mediums. It's the Red Bull, the Williams, the McLaren and the Alpine. 4 different constructors in the top 4. That's good for the Constructors' Championship. For us spectators who want to see it as close as possible. Newgarden managing to pull 8.5 tenths. Can he try and get out of that second window before the DRS gets nailed at the end of this lap? It's going to be close. Gareth pushing with all he has. Ryan Berry keeping on the back of N89 quite nicely, but he does need those tyres to start dying pretty soon if he wants to make any impact towards the top 5, I'd say. Acorn manages to get out of Mike's DRS, but Newgarden doesn't. But it does set the fastest lap of the race, so 31.8 for the Red Bull driver, really showing what he had in his pocket, but not able to gap Gareth sufficiently enough. Y Racer then snatches the fast lap. That was a 30.5. What a lap! That's less than 2 seconds off the pole time, I'm pretty sure. George gets another penalty, so that's 9 seconds now at least for the Haas driver. Sorry, that's not looking good. As Lyo and Quinn are battling again. These two just can't get away from each other, and you could see it coming from a lap ago, and unfortunately Quinn has got the short end of the stick and has been facing the wrong way and lost 4 or 5 positions. Drops back to 12, so he needs to make sure not to aggravate his tyres any more than they already are and focus on getting back up past Ryan Berry and the likes to try and salvage a top 10 maybe from those who have pens in front. Newgarden does seem to have pace though. He's not getting caught amazingly quick, but he has got 2 lap older tyres than Gareth behind, so that could play a factor towards the end, because these tyres are going to be shot. They're going to be shot and crying. As the gap is 6 tenths coming down to the last corner, this could provide Gareth with an opportunity maybe. Depends how good his exit is. It looks pretty good. Let's go on board with the Williams driver. Let's look at that. Newgarden doesn't have much ERS. He has absolutely no ERS. 5% there on the dash of the Red Bull driver. He's going to be so on the straight. Does Gareth go for it? No, he doesn't. That's Kevin Lyo. Kevin Lyo. the Ferrari getting past the Aston Martin, so Lio not really able to capitalise on his early pace in this race. Kind of just lingering in P9, unfortunately, for the Aston Martin. What can the Ferrari do though about the Haas? Both Ferrari powered engines. Ryan Berry finally making moves on his medium compound. Gareth right on the back of Newgarden now as well. It's all spicing up. Is that a phrase? Who knows? But Quinn has gone again. Quinn's gone again. No front wing for the Mercedes driver. It's been the theme of this Bahrain GP. Once you go once on those softs or overheat them in any way, they're done. They are finished. But it's the top 4 that we need to watch for the rest of this race, I think, because this could get very spicy with 2.5 laps left. What can Gareth, Tony and Ryan do about Newgarden's lead? It's come down. Let's have a look at the telemetry, see the ERS. Look at that. 5, he's burning down there. Like, oh, this is awful for Newgarden. I don't see how he possibly holds on to this. With 8% starting, the biggest straight on the circuit. 5% before the DRS has even been activated. Surely Gareth has good luck here. Or will he wait for the last lap? I don't think he can wait though because of the pressure from behind. It's going to be Gareth now. Look to the inside line. Let's go with Tony. He's got a prime seat of this. Newgarden now breaks him and keeps the lead, but can Gareth get the exit necessary? I don't think he can. That's not been the best exit for Gareth. He does have the DRS and the ERS. The Williams driver not quite close enough. Can he around the outside late on the brakes? No. Very close between the two. It's just over a second separating the top 4 here in F2. This is very close. Could Tony maybe have a look at Gareth and decide, I want to win this race, let me have a go? Or could there maybe be a bit of contact on the last lap? All these drivers wanting to win. Lyle and Kev side by side. Lyle around the outside. He's got the inside line for the double left. Oh, Newgarden spun. Newgarden has spun. Oh, that is... What a shame for the Red Bull driver. What has happened there? Tony and Ryan are side by side now. It's all kicking off. Wow, what has happened to Newgarden? Oh, that is... What a shame. I missed it. I can't believe I missed it. But anyway, can Gareth get out? If Gareth gets out of DRS, this race is surely done. How much ERS does the Williams have? He has 15% and he's out. Surely this is Gareth's race. Lio and George. Good Lio. Sneak. Oh, George is off track. Good Lio. Sneak. Top 8 maybe. It's all kicking off now. As Ryan is close to Tony. Here we go. Tony hasn't got anything to defend with. No DRS. Barely any ERS. And he's behind. Is the McLaren driver. It's all kicked off. Even further behind now. Look at the run the Haas has got. Going to go down the inside of Lio. It's 3 wide. Ooh. Lio manages to keep the position. Where's Newgarden gone? Newgarden went very deep and lost the position to Kev Rusky in the Ferrari. What can George do? In fact, Tony... No, Tony's not close enough. George less than a tenth and a half behind Lio into turn 4. Not able to make a move though. Not really many overtaking opportunities left in this Bahrain Grand Prix, so barring any mistakes, this should be the finishing order across the line. But can Tony do something to change that? Yellows, yellows, yellows. It's Newgarden again. Oh, Newgarden from winning the race 2 laps ago to getting 1 point maximum. It's Tony and Ryan. Tony and Ryan. Tony down the inside. Manages to get the move done. Incredible. Wow. Can Ryan come back? Can he look for an inside line? Not quite. Tony misses his apex a little bit though, so that's going to compromise his run down towards the last corner. Last corner drama here in Bahrain. What can Tony do to defend? He's left the inside open. Down the inside. Goes the Alpine. He's going to push Tony. It's going to be side by side up to the line. Who's going to get it? It's going to be a drag race. It's going to be Ryan by 21 thousandths. Manages to get P2. Wow. As there's penalties come across the line, we'll have to wait to see how all of this pans out. What's it going to be? I think that it's going to be our finishing order. It's going to be Gareth who wins. Wow, what drama on the last 5 laps. Incredible. So Gareth wins from Ryan and Tony. That is your podium. What a battle between those top 4. Incredible. Mike gets a P4. I didn't really speak about him much towards the end there because of the absolute drama everywhere else. Acorn P5. Ryan Berry manages to recover up to P6. Pitting to do that alternate strategy on the last safety car. Then it's Lyle in P7, Kev Broski P8, Y Racer P9, N89 P10, Speed Newgarden, after looking so promising to win, ends up 11th place. That's going to be devastating for the Red Bull driver. Mike manages to secure the drive of the day. So here you have Gareth skipping to the P1 spot on the podium, celebrating winning here in the desert. Lifts the trophy. A deserving winner here in Bahrain, doesn't even lift the trophy. So it's time for the champagne, or rosewater as I think it would be here. So, just to go over the finishing order once again, it's Gareth who wins from Ryan in P2, Tony, Mike, Acorn are your top 5, Ryan Berry in P6, Lio, Kev Rusky, Speed Y Racer and N89 round out top 10, Newgarden, George and Speed Quinn are your final 3 finishers, and Y Racer managing to get the fastest after the race with a 1 minute 30.5, which is very quick, less than 2 seconds off our pole time, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's going to be it for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Join us next week for F2 again, when we will be in, let me have a look, where will we be next week? Next week we will be visiting the Miami circuit, the Hard Rock, around the Hard Rock Stadium. That will be very interesting, a street circuit. So join me then. My name has been Alfie and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.